Well, that
Oh, hello. A little ASMR for the audience. How we do?
yeah, I had planned on doing some more like upbeat. Um,
It is not the end of the world, though. Jesus
oh,
Christ,
oh,
why my
why are we zooming
camera?
in? Why are we zooming
Okay. Oh my God. I was like, what happened? Jump scare over here. Damn.
how you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Like, did it suck? Of course, a little bit. But um, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Let's just say ride or die, 10 toes down for Pope. Let's go. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, 100%. Never changes. Never changes. The Pope, the Hope in Pope, um,
Forever hope and
still
Pope.
there. Yep. But let's work backwards because I got my. Let's start with yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so look what came in. You're not looking
Hey,
on
okay.
draft day. On draft day.
That's nice.
Yep. That's you got. That's yours right there.
That's fine. See, guys, get
Yep.
you a podcast partner like Randa that buys you cool jerseys. Okay, thank you.
That's right. Uh, Georgia Moore goes 6 to
Yes,
Washington. Big deal. Big deal. They're kind of restarting their
huge
team.
deal.
They had 3 picks in the first, or three
Which
of the
is
first 6 picks.
crazy. Yes,
Wow.
that's insane.
Wow.
To be fair.
Um, but yeah, so she gets drafted first SEC player drafted as well. I mean, pretty awesome. Great interview. When did you catch the interview when they were asking her about her height and how she worked on her step back?
No, I didn't. I didn't catch it. What did she say?
So there, yeah. So I did some of the, like, hey, how'd you, or how'd that step back get so deadly? And she goes, Coach Brooks and these quads, and she just walked off. It's just like,
She's a legend. She's a
yeah,
legend.
yeah. She's definitely, she'll be a legacy cat forever. So that's why I had to get. That's why I had to get the Georgia a Moore jersey. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Washington Mystics jersey, but we'll rep the cats.
UK. We'll rep the UK. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so we want to do we want to start with the negative, or should we just focus on what the positive news of the week, and getting the Croatian commit and BG returning? What do you
Yo,
think?
that. You know what? Let's just get the ugly out of the way.
Let's get the ugly out
It'll
of the way.
probably go for a while, and then we'll end it with the good news. Okay, we'll end it
All
with
right.
good news.
All
How we
right.
feeling? How we feeling,
Tell me
Rando?
about.
Tell me how you're
You
feeling.
want me to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the it was it was it wasn't even a roller coaster of emotions. It was just like, this high, and then, like, I guess the roller coaster would be like the thing at Vegas that like just drops you straight down. Like that's kind of how I felt when all of a sudden it was like
Out of
out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Field 68's like boom, committed um, to IU. I was playing
Yeah.
around last night. I like made a graphic with Lamar Wilkinson on it and had like our all UK
Oh,
ball had horse thing on it.
you
UK,
were
I was
all
ready,
in.
like saved in drafts. I don't do like the whole planning X
I
tweet
was
thing.
like,
But I
hold
was
on.
like,
I was like, you
it's
aren't even creative, and like said you were going to do that stuff, and here we are.
that is true. I gave it a shot, and unfortunately, it was all for naught, and that's why I'm never going to do these sort of things again, because it
But
just comes
Rando
back
tries to
and
do something nice, and it bites him in the ass.
yeah. No, I mean, like, listen, we talked about it last time. I
Hmm.
thought he would have been just phenomenal in the offense. He could have filled in that Kobe Brea role, but coming in already a more elite scorer than Brea was. You know, not as deadly of a shooter percentage wise, but when you get the ability to bring in the top scorer in the NCAA, best 3-point shooter in the portal, um, you go try to do it. And it stinks that he went to IU. I'm sure it's, who knows the reasoning why, the fit, that they sold him, the money, the time, the
The
shots, all the.
have a mentor to be on our staff with him.
It is, and I no. I took shots for saying this mostly from other fan bases. This was the first time I feel like this was a true Pope miss. Like, yeah, Kentucky is tagging on a lot of players in the portal.
You're
Um,
cutting out, Rando.
oh, you got me?
Yeah, you just sound a little weird.
Huh. Well, that's normal.
That's better.
Okay.
That's normal.
And maybe this USB thing getting janky on this microphone. No, but it's so like Kentucky and Pope are tagged to a bunch of players, whether that's to raise the price tag from different agents. They're just kicking the tires. They're truly interested, whatever. But when Pope has gone all in on a player like Amari Williams last year as the first one, taking him to KPP and all, the same thing with Brea, showing him around. The secret night visit to get Lamont, all the guys that he wanted, including even this year, JQ. Like, yeah, that got really loud. Pope beat out Bruce Pearl. All the dudes Pope has shown, invested a lot of time, money, interest, staff calories into, he has gotten, right? They have committed to Kentucky. And everything, all the news was leading to that same thing was going to happen. And then again, out of nowhere, it doesn't. So like I feel like this is the first time Pope gave all that out there and didn't land the recruit. And he's not going to hit 1,000 every time.
He's not going to bet 1,000. No, he's not. There are going to be misses in the portal.
I'm not upset. Like, oh, here we go, Pope. Here's the final proof that Pope can recruit. I mean, he's hitting 90% at the moment. So like, he's still doing fine. This if I'm doing a fair assessment, this is the kind of the one time where I can definitely, I feel like I can say, yep, Pope got out recruited or out NIL'd or whatever it is. He lost this one.
Yeah, I mean, not yes, but Indiana they're desperate. To be fair, I mean, we know this, right? Like,
for sure,
the numbers being tossed. The number being tossed around that they gave him is not worth it. I'm sorry.
What was it? 2.8 was the alleged number.
It is not worth. I'm sorry. No.
I wonder. So that you don't think so? Compared to like the alleged number for Dent to go to what, UCLA, that was like 3 M's.
I know. And that, apparently, I think that's insane. That's insane.
Apparently, Jacoby went to UT from Maryland for 3 M's. So it's like,
yeah, but
inflation has hit NIL like it has the rest of the world. Like, I mean, yeah, it isn't. I mean, Chaz Lanier got $2 million, and UT just gave Jacoby 3, is what was alleged. Who knows how accurate these numbers are, but that's what was put out there.
It's just, it's crazy to me, like, that they value that they're worth, I guess, if they're like name, image, likeness. So yeah, it has to be like what they think the ROI is going to be, right? Like, if that's the case, then every player should want to come to UK. To be fair.
Yeah. So,
to be fair. I mean, if they want a good ROI and make a lot of money, come to UK.
Kobe Bryant went from known as within the college basketball world as a great shooter to being known throughout the entire country on TurboTax AT&T commercials.
Right. Like, what the hell? Like,
yeah. Like, same with Jacob Toppin from years back, like on AT&T commercials. Yep. Kentucky fans knew who he was. SEC fans knew who he was. I don't even know if college basketball fans, really, that if they weren't trying Kentucky, knew who Jacob Toppin was until all of a sudden he's on the AT&T. Like, so yeah, there's a whole. It's like playing for the Dallas Cowboys or being a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, right? The argument, they can kind of take less money or whatever because there's always going to be a job later. Like, Jason Witten, tight end, Aikman, Romo, like all these dudes are making so much money because they wore the star at one point. Kentucky's that same brand for college sports. Like, you wear the blue and white, the UK logo, that's going to carry something for you forever. You always have the ability to come back to Lexington and do well. Shoot, Jeff Shepard manages probably half the state's money, right? Just because everybody wants to say like, "Hey, my money is managed by Jeff Shepard for 1996, 1998 national champion," right? It's like
Probably, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know if he's good at managing money, but everybody gives it to him because he's he's Jeff Shepard. So, like I agree. Like the total sum of money offered does not equal the same compared to another school, even if the upfront money isn't as high.
Right.
I say the UK brand carries that. I will say though, and I'll get your take on this. My thought process changed. I went from upset, kind of this really sucks. I did not really like the dude's comments on Field of 68. The like didn't want to come to beat Kentucky, be another guy. And I'll ask you, I took that as Kentucky already has a loaded roster. I
Mhm.
don't want to be drowned out by the talent that is on the roster. Some other folks took it as like, oh no, he's saying the spotlight isn't big enough at Kentucky. Like he just doesn't want to be another guy to come play at Kentucky. He's looking to be like on the biggest stage. I didn't take it that way. I'm curious how you took it.
No, it's because he didn't want to share the stuff. Like he doesn't want competition. Like
Yep.
all these people that were at UK to just be another guy last year, they're all well loved in that fan base, right? Like they're all loved, they're all supported. Everybody knows who they are. They all got NIL deals. Like they all did all of this stuff, and it's crazy to me that he was like. I mean, not only that, the fact that he also said, "Yeah, I want to get Indiana to the tournament." Like my guy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
either you're really not as good, or you're okay, not as good. You're not as confident in yourself, or you're just like, yeah, I just want to leave my little mark over here and get them to the tournament. Meanwhile, we're like, no, we're hanging banners. We're trying to build a Final Four championship roster. Are you with us or no? Like that's insane to me that those are his comments.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It just it shows you kind of the where the standard is of like IU is a legacy program. Like let's not get it wrong, but you know their prominence is like there's a reason why Cal is like I'm not playing you anymore. It's just not worth it. Like the risk of taking a loss against IU is like detrimental to
Yeah.
the rest of our season. So it's I'm on the same page. I didn't get it. I didn't take it as like, oh, he didn't think the stage in Kentucky was big enough, and like it's just another,
That's
program
an
within the
asinine
SEC.
take. What?
Yeah, I mean,
This
yeah,
is the biggest
I was
stage.
just on.
Like
I agree. That's what I'm thinking. I was curious if I was reading it wrong because we were on a space, and that's how it was like, hey, there was other interpretations of what that meant. I took it as just like the way you did of like, hey, like it was a weak ass statement in my opinion. Like SAWFT
can I say what
soft.
I want to really say? It was a bitch statement. Okay, that was bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like you don't demand that type of money in the NIL arena in the transfer portal, and then say, yeah, I don't want to go be another guy. Then what are you gonna do in Indiana? Go
Yeah.
make it round 64? Woohoo! Party time. They'll put on popcorn box too.
Just yesterday, we had the anniversary of Coach Post's press conference. And what did he say when he came in there? He didn't come in there and be like, hey, I just want to get through the first weekend of the tournament. I just want to win an SEC tournament game. He said, I came here to hang banners, right? So I came here to be a
Like
guy
we
that you
understand
remember
the
for
assignment.
to be a championship level coach. So like if so say Lamar commits like the narrative changed. Lamar commits to Kentucky and he comes on Field of 68 and he goes, I know it's a talented roster, but I'm coming to this team because they need me to hang a banner. I don't
That's a
think we look
different
at that and go
mindset
like,
completely.
right, exactly. I don't think we look at that and go, oh, this cocky son of a like we already have a great team. We're like, no, we're like, yes, we do, sir.
I
Absolutely. Come
mean,
on. You are a
JQ said
Wildcat.
the same
Let's go.
thing. We're like, hell yeah, JQ, let's get it. Like,
Yeah.
we want the confidence. We want that sort of, yeah, no, we got this. Don't worry about it. Like, we don't want it was, I don't want to be that another guy. Dude, what? What?
Yeah. Don't I don't understand it. And honestly, when he said that, and I said this on the Round of Shot space a little bit ago, Like, yeah, Lamar is a prize possession in the portal. He is probably this year's Chaz Lanier. This is where I would kind of equate him. If the hype he's got from a lower level school coming up, has the ability to be, to be like an all caliber, all SEC type if he would have came to Kentucky. But if that's his mindset, give me the Kobe Brea who walks into to Rupp and goes, "Holy shit! Like, I'm here. I'm playing here. Like, I want to be here. I
Right.
I want to force myself into an uncomfortable situation so that I can be great." Like, give me
Yeah.
that kind of guy, because
Well,
we
and the
saw what
guy that
happened.
reps
We
the
saw he
jersey.
right. Yes,
Oh,
and
my
and
foot's
we
asleep.
we saw that we saw that if you get that kind of character,
Right.
um, then all of a sudden he goes from just being a great shooter to having to fill the Jackson Robinson role and becoming a multi-level scorer, and now he's projected to be a second-round draft pick, right? So give me that guy. And I made this statement too. Travis Perry could look at the roster and go, "I am just another guy. Like, I right now, I am
I'm
just
not
another
playing
guy."
unless someone gets hurt again.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I'm
that'd be
not
Noah
playing,
and
so I'm gonna go
Rando.
ahead
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go transfer out, and find somewhere to go, and maybe that's still a possibility. I hope it's not, but instead, Travis Perry. Right now, the narrative is no. Maybe this isn't my year, but the next one is my year. Like, so
I'm a junior, senior
he's
type of
got the
guy. Yeah.
yeah, but he's got the more of a dog mentality. Be like, no, I'm going to stay here because right now maybe I'm just another guy, but I'm going to be the guy soon, and I'm going to make you
Yep.
guys recognize that. The same thing he told Pope, or I'm sorry, told Cal when he
Cal.
was committed to Kentucky.
No, I'm
Like,
playing for
now I'm
you.
going to make you
I'm
play
gonna
me. Yeah,
prove you. Yep.
yeah, I'm going to make you play me. Um, so you know what? Maybe he'll prove us wrong. Maybe he'll go to IU and just be an absolute dog. And we're gonna see soon. December 20th, I think, is the game. We play IU this year, so we're gonna find out.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
and I guess we'll see real quick if his spotlight is
Hey,
or if
you
he's ready
moved
for the spotlight.
the chat to the actual screen so everyone can see it too.
Are you getting any chat?
Yeah, they're chatting over here.
I got nothing in the chat.
Well, put on. Really?
Yeah, my chat. That's why I have it up, but there's nothing there. Let me see if I overlay if it pops up.
Yeah. Hold on.
Whoa.
Tony. Go backwards in the order you listed them. The first one's got to be last for the best ass kicking. Thank you. That's what I need.
So I can't.
What is your question about Pope's system? I know you guys right now, but he can't see you, so deal with me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can see them. Okay.
That's really weird.
Daddy's home.
Whoa,
What the
I don't want to do that.
What?
All right. Bye.
Can you not see them at all?
I'm just trying to play with it. It's really. Oh no!
Jesus Christ!
There we go.
I can read them off to you. It's fine.
Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Okay. Tony has a question about their offense, but he won't ask me except to say Daddy's home. So Tony, you know what? Whatever. KB, I agree. Definitely the biggest stage. Like, I don't know, those comments, I don't know. There's another rumor going around about what else Indiana did to
the staff position they opened up?
No. A different one. But I'm not saying it live. I will text it to you later.
Oh, please text
it. Hold on. Let me.
I want to know right now.
I'll text it to you right now.
Are we talking about some Louisville type stuff? My mind is wandering at the moment.
Hold on. This was just told to me a little bit ago, so but don't say anything out loud because that's not confirmed or anything else. But
oh, I mean, good play. That's true.
I mean, shit. That's what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, I can't blame him. Can't blame him for it. So if I bring up the video on my phone, I can see the chat.
It's nice. So weird that you can't.
Yeah, my
Um,
junk is broken. Oh yeah, so don't. So national championship, Tony. That is a resident Vol fan who I go back and forth with. So don't worry about him.
no, I'm just
Um,
trying to be nice to the guy. Let him talk in the chat so we give him my answers. He won't respond. So you know what? That's whatever. That's on him.
why did Jaron say
Whatever.
Rando hates us? I don't understand. What did I do?
Because you
Um,
couldn't see them. They feel neglected.
oh,
Because
my
daddy's
bad.
home and then you're neglecting them, okay? That's shit.
I don't know. My junk is all sorts of broken over here. But all right. So I think all right. Lamar's over. He's gone. He's going to IU. We'll beat him later.
Good luck. Good luck, my
Whatever.
guy.
So now do we talk Ortega?
Oh shit.
We talk
It
about
turned on for
Ortega,
me.
or we talk about the other commit?
So Ortega, people are panicking. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I really don't. He's not gonna be a first round pick. Like he's not. So unless he's willing to go and struggle or get like a guaranteed two-way contract, but I don't think he's even ready for a two-way contract in the NBA. So you said I need to ask Rando a question, and then you didn't go anywhere else from there. And to be fair, I did answer your question about fighting, by the way, Tony. Okay, I said reverse order because the first name mentioned has to be last. So wrap it up. We need the Pope's offense question.
I was laughing at the poor Rando's wife. His junk is broken. Comment like,
You know,
hey,
his kids are beg to differ. They're here.
yeah, it used to work. It may now be broken, but let's not get into let's not get into that at the moment. There's now 500 people going. Why am I tuning into this?
God,
Okay,
the video
so
I'm working on, by the way, is gonna be so good for our intro. Like so many,
I'm
so
stoked for
many
that.
things.
I'm stoked for
So
that.
many things.
Um, okay, so I put this out there. People did not agree with me, but I just want to break down the hey, listen to this, dude, relax, go touch some grass. This isn't good for your health. Like just because I said, hey, look at these different statements and why there is potential reasons for concern. And I know most of these people don't know me. You do. You know I look into this. You know it's part of like what I do. So like the messaging piece
Yeah.
is it's just I just hone in on it. So
Mm-hmm.
I also think if I had to bet money right now, I am a betting man. I would say Ortega Owe is coming back.
You're not allowed to bet on UK sports, though.
No, yes, I won't do
We've been
that.
over this. You're not allowed.
Yes, yes. So this is. Let me read Antonio Reeves. It's parts of Antonio Reeves' statement that he put from 2023. When we know now he came back, so I'll admit like the context might be skewed, but he ends it with, he thanks Big Blue Nation, blah, blah, blah. First of all, it's very long. It's 3 paragraphs long, right? So when it's
Yeah.
long and there's a bunch of fluff, it opens it up for interpretation. It allows you to like kind of be wishy-washy. It's not direct. So like you can go back later on and say, this is what I meant. But he
Yeah.
says, I spent time thinking about what's best for me in my future. I've determined that testing, go look up what testing means, the waters, and getting information back from the NBA is the best thing for me at the time. And he goes on to talk about fulfilling his dream while keeping options open. Okay, so testing.
Yeah.
Ortega, to the best fans in the nation, the Big Blue Nation, getting to play the game I love every day, knowing have your support alongside family and friends has truly been a dream come true, and I am incredibly blessed. I have taken the next step and have declared, I'm not testing, go look at what declared means,
Mm-hmm.
declared for the 2025 NBA draft while maintaining NBA. It's very to the point. It's
Yes.
boom. So it's either A or B is my point. So A is going to the draft, maybe. B is maintaining college eligibility, or vice versa. I don't know. I'm not saying he's leaving. I'm just saying I key on these things, and I would think UK would do like most college and especially professional athletic or athletic organizations, where like this shit gets run through publicists and media, and then they go and create this sweet graphic form. So the verbiage and the messaging and the wording is like, hey, what are you trying to get across here? And they help him with that. Not saying Otay
Yeah.
can't write. Not saying he's dumb. Same with Antonio Reeves. It's just like we want to make sure the
Oh no, it's gonna be
messaging is
kosher. We need
correct.
kosher. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So like maybe, and I could be just way overthinking this. Very much a possibility. But I'm saying I looked at those and I saw those words, and I remembered Antonio Reeves going, and went back to that, and I was like, okay, there is distinct difference in
Yeah.
the tone here. That's all I'm saying is like I think there's more of a line of like, hey, the NBA is very much a possibility for Ortega. Maybe it's not a first round. Maybe it's just a guaranteed contract, and he goes, I got to
Right.
jump while the iron's hot. So that's my point. Antonio Reeves seems like he was more like, I don't know. I can make a bunch of money coming back to Kentucky. He was also testing to go to other schools, that sort of
Hmm.
thing. Finishes getting his degree. So there was a lot of interpretation there. There is not much interpretation in Ortega Oweh's statement. It's like I am doing the NBA or I'm doing the BBN one more year. Like that is it.
No, that's what he's doing. Like, yeah, he's either NBA or BBN. Um, there's no like not transfer portal and like that. If he's gonna go and he's gonna see where he's gonna land, and if he's, I mean, I think if he's first round, he's gone. I don't think he will be. Or if he gets like maybe a guaranteed two-way, he might be gone. But the rumor always has been that he would go if he be guaranteed first round pick.
Yeah, I saw that, and everybody I think tied to Kentucky right now would say he's going to come back because, like you said, and we talked about this last show, like him not being looked at, kind of being maybe even slept on a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because of the inconsistency in his jump shot is good for us because that means it's more likely he's going to come back.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but if very recent history tells us if Kentucky media insiders or pundits, whatever, say that something is locked, it might
That shit is in Jello. It
quickly.
ain't locked up.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's in
quickly
Jello,
flip,
slipping
right?
around, and just like a
Yeah,
freaking slip inside it, and
yeah.
then locked up.
Next thing you know, oh no, that's something else happened, right? Um, so
Yeah,
I'm just saying I saw it and I instantly kind of thought like my statement was this almost read more as a goodbye than a see you later. I hope I'm wrong, and he is like, hey, I know Pope one more year in the system can make me a top 15 pick. I don't have to go begging for a just an in first round pick. I can be great, top
yeah.
20. But yeah, we'll see if he goes. I don't know what we do. The other piece of it
But there'll be
that
people
that
too that will back out of the draft.
Yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
is true. There's going to be potentially a college coach that takes an NBA job and the roster becomes open, like these sort of things.
Oh, speaking of those rumors too.
Nate Oates,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that one's
Apparently, there's
interesting.
a lot of smoke there. Not just a rumor.
I do,
I
and
don't know though.
I think the the Hurley to Denver quieted a little bit when they got that commit. I don't think that the point guard from Dayton commits to UConn if there's some question about
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah,
maybe I don't know. But the other thing that the last thing I'll say about the statement, I'm not harping on it and trying to cause a bunch of freaking heartburn throughout Big Blue Nation, is the timing of it tells me this was predetermined. We're going to push this out, right? And
yeah.
if Kentucky really thought they were going to lock up Lamar today and they were going to
They
get a
wouldn't have put it
commitment,
out today.
so I disagree. I think this was predetermined. This is going out today. Like I'm making my announcement today, and Kentucky thought, okay, we're gonna get a commitment, and then we're gonna have an Otega Oweh statement saying like, hey, I'm going to the draft, but it's not gonna cause so much rift because it's like, hey, the
Yeah,
assumptions, and we got this guy. So I don't know if oh shit, we didn't get a lot more commitment, but Otega's dropping this thing. Like, do we really want this news that he's, it's not a Brandon Garrison hype I'm coming back video. It's like there's now even more uncertainty, right?
right,
We just lost this commitment, and now there's a question mark around Otega, which had always been there, but it wasn't
right.
officially put out yet. So that tells me that maybe they did think they were getting Lamar, and they were going to be like it was going to be a little bit of a high, maybe a little bit of a blip. I don't know.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, they were. I mean, if the rumors are true, Indiana flew to Steam today to try to change his mind last minute. Like,
What was
that's
that rumor? Say it again.
that Indiana flew to him today and did all the stuff. Like, that's what
So IU
was.
folk came to Lexington today.
Is he still Lexington?
I thought he was still in Lexington. Maybe he wasn't. I know last night he was still in Lexington.
Then yeah, then I guess so. But that's the rumor.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
Um,
hey, your boy Tony asked a question.
what do you ask?
Do you think Mark Pope's system is sustainable to win at an elite level? Will he adjust to becoming more defensive minded when when he gets better at the fixture sentence for you? Go ahead. That's your boy.
Yeah. So my answer is yes. We went from 110 to in the 50s before the tournament, and before yes, we lost to Tennessee in a matchup where we had already beat them twice, and we're playing them for a third time. Tough matchup. But up until that point, we were the number 2 defense in the tournament. So the connectivity was there. Yes, the team wasn't most athletic, but they were experienced. It did seem to take them a little bit to gel. And the big piece of that is our 2 best defenders up until Otega kind of stepped himself up and Brea became a decent defender, were hurt most of the season. So Lamont came back for the tournament. He hit probably playing at 80%, if not less. And Jackson Robinson, who used his links so well, was a great defender. And we saw that in the Duke game and the Gonzaga game. So if
And
they
Tennessee
stay
game.
healthy, you're right, against Zakai.
Mm-hmm.
So if they stay healthy, now that being said, we have not brought in a defensive player of the year in their conference this year. Now JQ can definitely be that dude, right? As long as he's healthy, he'll be that guy. But you definitely have seen that Pope has addressed his fear of lack of toughness by going to get Mo D
Yeah.
and JQ, the
And
Croatian.
depth too.
There's
depth.
that.
Yeah.
The Croatian 6'11", 225, coming playing in the Euro League professional ball, but not. I don't know how he's going to do with contact.
But
We'll see how Z did with contact, which was not good.
there was a thing talking about how the league he's in is like one of the top in the world. Like it's actually like a super competitive, super competitive league.
Yeah.
Which we love that, right? We love that, and to be fair, I feel like sometimes European leagues are way more physical, like how they play. Because a lot of times they're also grown men. They're not college kids. It's grown men playing.
Yeah, I mean he's a 21-year-old freshman, so
he's also seniors should be technically, right? Like
some of them, yeah, or at least your guys who are looking
you're
at the
normal seniors.
yeah, not your Chad Baker Mazzara seniors.
26 years old. Get the hell out of here.
So I do think it's sustainable. I think he got to the Sweet 16 with what has been said to be arguably potentially the worst roster that he'll have, depending on how the ceiling of Coach Pope continues to go.
Right.
A lot of talent, but now he's got Jasper coming in, he's got Malachi coming in who can develop. Sucks we lost Caden Lewis to his circumstances. Jaden Lowe's probably a project, and his defensive numbers were okay. But I mean, it got Alabama to back to back. Alabama got to Elite Eight this year, right?
Mm-hmm. And then Final Four last year.
Final Four for last year. So, that you see it. You look at what Florida did and how they run and how they balled this year. Pope system similar. Get those kind of athletes, get depth, and we can 100% do that. I got no issues. I got no doubt in my mind. But he just got to get the players, and he's got to get the buy-in, and we'll see how it goes.
No, I agree. He definitely took some pages, I think, out of some other teams' books as far as having the depth that they have, right? With especially our front court is actually ridiculous. That's a really good front court.
JQ,
Diabate.
I would assume Diabate plays the 4, and then you have a stretch 4. And help me, and Driha.
I haven't figured it out yet.
We just going AJ.
We're calling AJ.
AJ.
European AJ.
Yeah.
No, you're right, KB. He did average 1.8 steals, which is really good per game. So that's solid. That's really solid.
Okay, so let's talk about this dude. I wrote some notes. Watched his game. Actually, like took notes
Andrea.
down
Okay.
on. Oh, it's Andrea ja, Jakovic, Jakovic, Jalovic. I'm just gonna go about a Andrel. I don't know. All right, I give up. We gotta work on that nickname.
Yelovich? Andrea
It sounds
Yelovich. Oh, that ain't
more
bad.
like it. Nah, you good. Andrea Jelovic. So yeah, played for like I said, we played in Serbia last 2 years. Same team that
Yelovich.
produced Joker. Um, over the last 2 seasons, 10 and a
Yep.
half points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.2 steals, 48% from the field. Has shot 30% from three, but 32% this year. Um, and they interviewed a scout, Armin Jovic,
Mm-hmm.
um, and he went and talked about how like you see what Andrew Carr did in Pope's offense, like this dude seamlessly slides in to the Andrew Carr role, which we have talked about multiple times, is like was seen to be like the missing piece of the puzzle, right? Had to have someone to fill that because of how important the role was and what Andrew Carr did in those big games to be kind of the anchor when the shooting goes cold. We have someone who can go get a bucket on the block or just be multiple in his offense, be a matchup nightmare. And this dude is more athletic, more gifted than Andrew Carr was. So again, Andrew Carr had the experience to come in. He had the like I took down Duke, got used to the SEC. Especially when he got back from injury, he was able to play through contact. We just got to see if this kid can do it, and in a more efficient offense where he's going to get better shots, hopefully. And if he can get that to a 35-38% 3-point shooting ability, and then you have him and BG on the floor together. Especially if JQ doesn't get a bunch of early minutes as he recovers from the knee injury, like that's going to be a problem. Like if you play a true 5 out and BG has some toughness to where he can go down there and bang in the paint if he needs to, on top of the guard play, the backcourt that we're going to bring in, even without another portal piece. I mean, it's a top 10 roster in college basketball right now. You can't convince me it's not. And this piece, this Croatian kid, I think was a massive gift from Pope again that just like came out of
Out
nowhere.
of nowhere. Like just Pope is a G. Okay, he is a G. I think Pope also fixed some rebounding issues that we had this year. Okay, those have been addressed. And so here's the thing. I feel like people are overlooking Colin Chandler again.
Yep, 100%.
Because that kid's confidence at the end of the year was good. Like it was very high. You give him a whole summer. He's been working out. We've seen videos of him working out. You give him a whole summer to get his body right, even more right than it is already, right, for basketball. Get his body right, nutrition right, work getting on those skills back. Like he's stupid athletic. Like I think he can be a major contributor next year.
No, I agree, and you could see his confidence get back. Like he,
Mm-hmm.
towards the end of the season, when he was asked to do more, you could see that he got a basketball in his hands. He's like, "Oh, I remember what this feels like now. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember what it's like to be a top 35 recruit and be an absolute bucket and be a phenomenal athlete and win Big Blue Madness dunk contests and shit like that." So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And this is potentially a wild take, but like, yeah, we didn't land Lamar, but what if our 20-point per game score is already on the fucking team? Right? Like, what if he's already there? He's already on the team, and it's Super C himself who's just ready to go be a freaking bucket.
Super C. No,
Um,
I agree. I people are like, oh my god, we have y'all. I think Colin has the potential to be that guy, anyways. If you've watched him play before his Mormon trip, that he does not lack confidence or skill whatsoever.
Yep. And you
It's
slot him
all
in the
there.
3 spot. I think you slot him in the 3 spot. You have Otega at the 2 spot, barring something crazy. And then you have, I guess, Lowe playing the 1. Now, the question is, do we go get some developmental point guard, or do we try to get Jasper to be the backup point? Does Jasper become the backup 2?
I think
Interesting.
Jasper's interchange. I think he's interchangeable.
He is.
To
He's a
be
combo
fair,
guard, and I've heard. I've been on some spaces and and I've seen some comments about how in Pope's offense there's no such thing as a point guard. There's a guy who brings the ball down the court. I don't.
mm,
I'm not a
I don't.
scout.
I don't agree with
I
that.
don't agree with that take because
Mm-mm.
I saw what happened when Lamont was hurt. Right. I
And we
saw
didn't
what
have a
happened.
true point guard.
It didn't have a true point guard to
Yep, we
facilitate that.
solved this.
Now I think you can play that way and have combo guards out there, but somebody who and that's what's intriguing about Lowe is like, can he be the best version of himself, not shot hunting and being someone who help facilitate that and just take
I
the
think
open
so.
shots that he gets.
I mean,
What, he's
his assist
6'4",
numbers
right?
are, yeah, and plus, so here's the thing: not only did he have to be a shot taker this past season because Pitt was not good, but his assist rate is even higher than Lamont's. It's like 37% on all of those shots. So the kid can pass the ball. And if you put him in an offense, I think, where he does not have to go and be the scorer and the facilitator and everything else, I think he's going to shine. Like, I really do.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, Chainsaw, you're right. Chandler broke out NBA trainers this offseason. We need another PG. I mean, maybe, yeah. Do we, though? Technically, maybe.
I think so. Oh, Yelovich. Oh, nice. Yelly. Oh, I like Yelly. I like Yelly as the nickname. Anyways, I'm reading the chat off of the X stream, which is delayed. So that's sorry. That's I went goldfish ADD for a second.
I was like, you good? You back?
um, so I think we need another point guard, personally, because I was excited to see what Caden Lewis could do in the backup role.
Yeah.
We had the roster spot for him. It just going to make sense. So I think we need that. Who is the? I've been so down deep into the Lamar thing now that he's gone. I got to focus back onto Hawthorne. Is that the kid who's coming to visit tomorrow?
Yeah, the four-star that just decommitted from West Virginia, right?
West Virginia, right? Is he a
Yeah.
guard or is he a forward?
I think he's a forward. But he's definitely a project piece, though, I think.
Yeah, I wish I just saw him. Yeah, small forward, Brand Hawthorne, had a Kentucky visit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he's a potential. He's a 26 kid or a 25 kid?
25. What?
Competing things. Transport was competing is
I don't know. Good
2026.
question.
Yeah, so 2025 West Virginia decommit. Yeah, so he's this class, but yeah, he is a 6'8" wing. I don't know anything about his game, to be honest. So I'm not even gonna act like I can talk to him intelligently. Yeah, not something. I was just curious if that was someone potentially would bring in to help fill that gap. It is not. So yeah, I need to start peeking around some of the portal. I really did think I thought Lamar was going to be like the last piece of the puzzle, and now we were just going to focus on folks who are coming back. So now I got to dig back into the portal and see who makes sense.
Yeah, from UNC KB. Yeah, I just saw something that said we're, I guess,
Kate
trying to
Tyson.
get in. No, Ian Jackson.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
Apparently, we're trying to get involved with him according to some stuff out there.
Is that new news? Like post Lamar miss news,
Yeah.
or is that just okay? Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know the Tyson kid, I
Kate
think
Tyson.
Pope played around with him last year. He went to North Carolina. He's back in the portal. Said Kentucky had contacted him. Not really sure how
I think everybody says that, though, to be fair, at this
yeah, I
point.
agree for sure. Was talking that with the boys today because now there's some Tennessee Nate Ament news coming out, and the Louisville fan is like, "What the hell is going on?" It's like, is it? We thought this. 2 weeks ago they thought he was locked up, and I was like, man, it's just these. Who
Nothing is a
knows?
lock in the
Like
portal.
no. And to be fair, Rick Barnes playing Nate Ament and like his style, and like he's not a real physical dude, to bring, especially after all this Nico drama that's going on in Tennessee. That would be like, in my opinion, so far away from the Rick Barnes model. But now all of a sudden it's like Tennessee is in deep. It seems like the Ament team is just playing with these big brands to jack up the price, honestly. And it's probably going to come down to Duke or Arkansas, because I think they have the ability to pay that. And I don't understand the Duke fit. I understand the Arkansas fit because they need bodies, and that's just kind of Cal's model, right? I can get you in here, you play a year, I develop you, get you to the NBA based off your potential.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, dig into the portal. See, I would like another backup, like true point guard, for depth. This is why I thought there was always room for Kerr left. I really wish he would have stuck around, because I'd have felt a lot better if we had Kerr and Lowe compared to just Lowe on his own. But
there was some stuff going around about the Kerr thing, which is
I heard about
which is
all
why
that.
it's like, okay.
So I mean, from what if you brought Kerr Kriisa on campus and didn't expect him to party a little bit and have some fun, you misrecruited him, okay? Because that's what
it wasn't even that though. It was other stuff too, like more of like also kind of like a culture fit thing.
Oh, you're gonna have to text me that. I don't know anything about that.
I will.
So I need more.
I will text
scoop.
you. Also, I think the portal's not closed yet. I think last year there were some really big names dropped in the portal as like on the last couple of days. So like that's yeah, I mean, true. Colin could also run the the point guard spot.
Yeah, that would almost be like in my mind would be like when J Rob ran it. Like can run it. Colin might not hate it as much as J Rob did, but like not ideal, right?
Never doing this again.
Yeah, like I never want to do this ever again.
But he was so good at it though. So
he won ball games. So I'm looking up. Just I'm getting the current portal class to see it here and when it. Yeah, so 22 April is when they have to enter the portal. And we'll see. Plus, like I said, who knows when these announcements of ex-coach getting hired, fired, and then you open up a new 30-day window. But all right, so talked about Yelly. Excited for him. Think he can be an absolute bucket. I'm really, really excited. Now, I will tell you, between Z and Kerr, I have some Euro player PTSD. Okay, like, are they going to actually play? Or are they going to stick around? Like, I don't know what's going on. I just like. I mean, I get so excited
would have played if he didn't break his foot. Like, that's just shit luck.
Right. But it's like you never know what's going to happen. Kerr was supposed to get a medical red shirt and come back to Kentucky. Like, I said it out loud. I said this is what's going to happen. It didn't happen. So like, I just.
What you said didn't go is why it gives you PTSD.
And I am the only one who can affect my emotions, and it did affect my emotions. So I get concerned there. I will say though, Yelly, you wore 4 over there in Croatia. If you can rock 14 over here, rock 14 for me, I will buy your shit. Guaranteed. Anybody that rocks 14 at Kentucky, I buy your shit. Ask Tyler Hero or Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. I didn't buy Canada stuff just because I appreciate you at your TBT time, but it didn't move me enough to buy.
The needle did not move. Sorry.
Yeah, but my Magic
from Washington State is a stud. What's his name, Michael?
I saw him. I saw he was posted on there as well. again, I became such a terrible um, fan, like looking into like there was no backup plan for me. I was super convinced it was happening. It's like, why even look at the portal? We're going to be done unless something falls in our lap. So like all these guys that kind of entered in the last couple of days, or that were potentially backup plans, I haven't looked at.
You could not be the coach. I guarantee Pope had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and probably H as well backup plans.
Oh,
That man
I don't.
plays
Yeah,
because you're all in,
I don't
all in,
disagree. I
all,
don't disagree.
all in.
I am an elite middle school ish basketball coach. I haven't lost a game. Okay, if you are between the ages of 6 and 12, I can coach you up. I acknowledge that is my limit. That is my ceiling. Okay, um, Coach Pope is great. His ceiling is banners, which is why he's at Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm just saying because you're like all in one guy. No backup plans. No backup plans.
That's what I was told. I was told we were good to go.
Most people were told.
Lied to again
Here we
by the
go.
Kentucky media folk. But
Yeah, so Travis being a catch and shoot guy, that's exactly that's what it needs to be.
a two guy. He needs to be a two.
Yeah, he needs to be. He don't need to be a PG and distribute. He needs to be a two guy and catch and shoot and whatever. 1,000%, I agree. The boy's got to jump higher though, especially on his shots.
Yeah, I mean
Cedric Coward. Is that really his name? Cedric Coward.
Are you saying Coward or Howard?
Coward.
Interesting.
Jesus, chainsaw.
Okay, I'll look him up. What happened?
I'm talking about the A, B, C, D plans, and he goes, they go, I hate plan B much of the time.
Dude. We don't talk like that on this show. This is PG all the time.
Shit, is it? So. You dropped the F-bomb earlier. We lost a PG a long time ago.
PG-13 then. All right, BG back. Mm-hmm. I think this damn camera. I think that's a slept on get. I know there are some people who were like, oh, if you lose, like, I put it out there in the open. I had an open battle with like, is it really worth getting JQ, who is a crazy athlete, very gifted defensively, but kind of limited offensively at the moment, for BG and what his potential can be? Well, now you get both, right? And we said, hey, if you could get, the conversation we had last show, it was if you can get BG back, you get JQ, and you get Alvaro, now you got a crazy. Well, we didn't get Alvaro, but we got a dude who's they tell me is better, right? Yeah. Like they tell me he's a better athlete, better, gifted, better, play better competition. So we essentially got all three of those positions. Mm-hmm. BG can be an absolute stud next year. Like if he hones in on his craft, I think you can teach decent footwork in a week, in an off season, right? So like to be able to get to where you can play with your back to the basket. They got Amari to do it last year. You remember how he looked like at the beginning of the season? Like back to the basket, could not do it. So it was clunky and just like, and then he got to where he could at least, turn over that right shoulder, use his left hand. It didn't always look pretty, but if it goes in, who cares how it looks? Right. And BG is more offensively gifted. At least his touch is better. You see that in his jump shot. So I think you can teach him footwork, get to where he can play with his back to the basket, and then you just got to get him to play aggressive all the time. The frustrating thing
all the time.
Yeah. You can't like be in the right headspace, and don't cost your team. Like be aggressive, but don't be reckless. But the other piece of it is like it was super frustrating last year to see that we had two centers who have God-gifted ability and size that you cannot teach, but that the opposing team had to like smack them in the mouth 14 times before they like woke up and like, okay, now I'm going to play. Now I'm actually here to play. So if we can get BG to be just engaged all the time, or at least when he's on the floor, 18, 20, maybe 22, 24 minutes a game, whatever it is, probably I would say on the higher end of that, especially at the beginning of the season, because excuse me, because JQ is going to be recovering from that knee injury. But I think he can be. I think he can be very good, and if he can be maybe not 40%, 3-point shooter, but in that high 30s range again. Like I'm really excited for BG. I really wanted him back. I understood that if it potentially was going to cost us getting JQ, he was generational talent. What he could do. You talked about how great he is defensively, and that is a massive piece of making us better than next year or better than last year. I'm sorry. But I'm really, really excited that what BG can be, and I hope he proves me right because I think he can be, get to that like 5-star level that he was recruited at as a McDonald's All-American going to Oklahoma State.
I will say this: next year's team is going to dunk on everybody's heads.
Who is JQ?
No, next year's team, like everyone,
Oh,
they're going to dunk everybody's head. Everybody is catching a dunk at some point. Like,
yeah,
JQ dunks everything. BG,
he's
I think, did at the end of the year. He dunked everything. Diabate's aggressive like that. Yelly's aggressive like that. Like, dunk on everybody's getting some dunks. Yeah. Everybody get tipsy.
What's up, boy?
Coming out here. I mean, I'm excited for BG too. I just think I just need him to get better footwork. I really do. I need him to get better. I'm not sleeping on Colin. I am Colin's literal like defender.
Yeah, we are big Colin supporters on this show for sure.
I've been defending that guy since way before everybody else was.
If you're just tuning in, we said like, hey, losing Lamar sucks as the scoring potential, but we very much are. It's not outside the realm of possibilities that our 20-point scorer per game is already on the roster, and that's Colin Chandler. Like the ability just to be a absolute bucket next year. And you talk about Travis Perry, like his catch and shoot, like can he be I think like this is wild, but you say catch and shoot and being kind of crazy. Can he be like a JJ Redick, just like that kind of player, catch and shoot off balance? Or even if he's not that, if he is,
I think so.
CJ Fleck, like CJ.
Played here.
Yes, from Cincinnati. CJ Frederick.
Yeah, yes. Frederick.
Like just being that kind of guy, or being like I'm just trying to think of
Grady.
Yes, Kelly. Yeah, exactly. Being like
Grandpa.
Can he do that? Can he just do that?
I think so. I think he can.
I do as well. Plus, yes, you can talk about the Kentucky high school competition, but you don't score 10,000 points or whatever the hell he scored, and
5,000.
Yes,
without being able to score. Like you got to be a bucket.
Exactly.
Even if you play in 7th grade on, the fact that he's playing varsity 7th grade means the dude is a bucket. Like you don't score 5,000 points without being a certified bucket. Like you don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I've used the comparison before. If you go look at, Zakai Ziegler's first 2 years at Tennessee. He was not super impressive. He gradually got there, and then his junior year, he figured out the SEC, figured out how to play as a smaller dude, and then became an absolute menace for anybody else who played against him. Kentucky fans hated him, but he was a very good point guard. And if I don't know that Travis Perry ever kind of find himself in that role, but if he has to, I think that's who you kind of look at. Of like, okay, how did he manipulate his game?
Michael, I don't think we're sleeping on Cam Williams. Cam Williams is really, really good. We talked about this last time we did a live. He's really good. He's freakishly athletic. He's got a long wingspan, unlimited range. Clearly he wanted to come to Kentucky, right? Like that. Clearly he did. I don't think we're sleeping on him at all. He's not going to play a PG and stuff for us, right? And so, no, I am all aboard the Cam Williams train too.
Yeah, it's just we were talking about positions of need, and we think that the position we need is that one more guard, that solidified point guard piece, and we'll see if we can get it. But have we missed anything? I think we covered it all.
I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
Georgia, Ortega, Lamar, um, BG, Colin Chandler, Super C. Um, yeah.
I will say BG's "I'm Back" video was lit.
Oh yeah.
The
Standing
first
over the opening
video, they're
over
just fighting the
Louisville.
freaking
Yeah,
Louisville bench.
yeah. It's great. It's
He's
great.
like, I'm in here. Yeah,
Oh,
Gigi, I would think so. I would think there are more people to come to the will be in the portal before it closes. That yeah, for sure. Michael, no, I agree with Michael Shooter, 1,000%. Yeah. The only thing about Cam is I feel like his shot it's a very low release point. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like on tape, and it's kind of slow. Like it's a
it is.
slower release point in a shot,
It is.
but it still goes in at a really good rate, and his range is ridiculous.
Yeah, and we got we got spoiled watching Kobe Bryant shoot it with the high release point, high arc, and can get his shot off from anywhere. I agree that it is a little bit low coming from the chest. It is slow, but he's also 6'8".
He's 6'8", and he's got like a 7'2" or 7'3" wingspan.
Yeah, so maybe that
He was
kind of
just
counteracts
he
itself.
just built
I don't know.
different, okay?
Yeah, maybe the geometry just works and it doesn't become a problem. But I think that's the right math term.
Was it geometry or is it physiology?
Physics.
Physics? Is it physics? Maybe it'd be physics. I don't know.
Well, the physiology is correct as well. I think because that
Do they
is his
all?
makeup.
Is it all the above?
Yeah, that I like that. All of the above.
D, all the above.
Well,
Perfect.
Well, now we wait for the draft process to play out. It would
And
be
until
really
June
nice.
15th, he wants to withdraw.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so far away.
Yeah, it's too far. It's too far. I wonder if I wonder if he ends up taking that long, or it's really fun to watch Terrence Mann struggle against my Magic since he wanted to talk all that shit to Tyler
I was
Eulis.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I got the game on. Yeah, so we sit and wait, and I don't know what the next news is. Colin Chandler coming back, maybe another portal hit. I think I'm back on the portal watch break. It was very nice. I just took that weekend off, and I'm just like I don't care what's going on in the portal. I am just. Can you hear the boy playing basketball right now? He's getting up shots. Okay, well that's probably my cue. But
Good job, him. Woot woot.
yeah, he it's his sign of like, okay, you need to be done talking on your microphone. Come shoot shots. But yeah, so I don't know what the new news is. I think I'd take a little bit of a portal break and just say, surprise me when it's over. Last time I did that, we landed JQ, so it seemed to work out pretty good. So take a little mental breather. I will try not to read into any more draft declaration messaging because it's also not good for my health, but I can't help myself.
Just stop trying to just don't borrow trouble. Okay, I think that's like an old school saying or something. Don't borrow trouble.
Yeah.
So
yeah, don't create stress. But I'm not the one who wrote the words. I didn't say declare for the draft. Okay, I didn't say it. He did.
No, but you're the ones like this post for this player is completely different. It's different from this post for this player, and they're came from UK, so they mean something like random. That's like the GIF where the guy's doing math and he's got the numbers and he's connecting the dots.
Yeah. Or like the investigator map where it's like a everywhere.
That's your brain. You're like,
yeah. Except there's short circuits in the middle of it where it's like someone cuts the string and I just forget. Oh shit, what were we talking about? I don't know. Where is this supposed to go? I don't know. But all right. Well, let's get back. Let's not let us. Let's the coaching staff get back in the portal, get that last piece or couple of pieces that we need, and we're still going to be. The off season, man, sucks, and because I want to see this team kind of get together and play already with the talent and get the news of who's coming back. but we do have TBT that will kind of bridge the gap there. Deron Lamb, Liggins coming back to play in this
Huge.
team. That's huge. And plus, on top of, I'm assuming, I wonder if Willie said he's already coming back, right? You got Willie, Sistina, those guys, to
Yeah.
see if we can get those dudes, some of those guys back. And wouldn't it be awesome if we got like a John Wall, Boogie Cousins, man, just
Jesus, oh my God.
that's got to happen.
Oh my
I
God.
think Boogie's done playing. He was playing overseas for a little bit. I don't know if he's done, retired yet. I know John Wall is done. But yeah, that would be big. And then get Tyler Eulis back here coaching the team. He doesn't look happy over there
Okay,
in
I will say
Fayetteville.
this though. I will say one thing. Get your own announcement. Stop stealing the booms, people.
Oh yeah, you can't stop doing
What
the
the
boom.
hell?
Yeah.
Freaking Bruce Pearl.
They not like us. They not like us.
Like,
they not like us. Yeah, come on, man. It's
no,
that.
be
This way.
original.
That.
Damn.
Yeah, they can't do it. It's whatever. Not everybody can be Cody.
People gave.
Oh, it pissed me off was Bruce Pearl doing it. You slob. Stop it. Knock it off.
I like how I said that and you come in like, ah.
Knock it off. That's the only positive thing about the Lamar. It was just, at least Pope dunked on Bruce Pearl again. That dirtbag.
I feel bad for Lamar's grandma. She was fun in. He's like, yeah, no, Greg, go home. I'm good.
Whatever. I don't feel bad for Lamar's grandma. She knew better before getting on that plane. She knew that Auburn wasn't going to be a choice, right? Ain't nothing down there that she was going to like.
Alabama's great. Is it? Is it though?
No. Freaking whatever. I don't see the comments. You got to read them to me, remember?
Always Sunny. Oh, Charlie, yes. May 28th for college kids come back. I thought, is it 28th? I thought it was the 15th. Maybe. I don't know.
What was that date?
May 28th was the day for college kids to come back. See, someone said that earlier, and someone was like, no, they can't go back until like June 15th. But I didn't think it was until June 15th, though. But I could be wrong.
All right. Well, it's still too far away. Still
a long time. Still a long time. Yeah. But you know what? We went through it with Jax last year.
Yeah.
And I think his was even more scary because he's also the transfer portal.
Yeah, I think he was always tied to Pope, but it did go up to the 11th hour, and he was actually talked about getting drafted. Like, I don't think there's been a lot of buzz around Otega getting drafted. He's going to get, Otega reminds me a lot of the first time Antonio Reeves went around. It's like we didn't see, there was no connective tissue of like, okay, this team wants him. Like, and I haven't seen anything like that around Otega.
No.
So that, which is what gives me confidence of like, hey, don't freak out based off of that. But you're right. Jackson was scary because he was like, yeah, he's a bona fide second round pick. Like, if he goes to draft, I think he's gonna find himself on an NBA team. All right. Well, appreciate you joining us. Shitty day. Thought we were gonna come on here. I really thought we were going to come on here belligerent as hell. I really did. I thought we were gonna land this dude and just
we could still be belligerent. I mean, we're leading the SEC right now. Like, we have the best transfer portal ranking in the SEC right now, second overall in the country behind Michigan. Like, Pope's not slacking, y'all. Like, come on.
No, yeah, I 100% agree with you. That just would have been like to not even outbid, to win Lamar when you're getting outbid, and Bruce Pearl coming off of him and being the second time, you like those sorts of like now we are just going like, keep my coach's name out your MF mouth, right? Like he can't do anything wrong. Unfortunately, we were silenced a little bit, but we have faith that there is going to be something that drops out of the clear blue sky, and we go, holy hell! Like you said, Pope had his plan B, C already laid out, and the reason why we didn't throw some other counter punch to IU is because he already had a plan. So I'll believe that. I'll wait for it, and we will continue to endure the basketball offseason. And soon we're going to have to break our rule.
listen, let us just get through the transfer portal.
We're gonna have to talk about Mark
teams.
Stoops and the fucking football team.
Not yet. Not yet, Rando. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until we're through all of this transfer portal and we have next year's team set. And then we can address everything.
Hey, listen, my wide receiver one, Jamori, did say Zach can sling that thing, though. He said he could sling that pill. So,
I love that. I love that. But we're not breaking the rule yet.
Deal.
Okay, it's been very peaceful and everything without talking.
All right. Go watch the play-in game. Go get on whatever space is left out here. Away post and call me idiot again. The tampon, that was funny. That was funny. Someone called me a tampon. Touche. Got me to giggle. So keep it coming. And what do we always say?
Go Cats.
Go Cats. Peace.